Hello folks, this is GD TV. I don't even know why I say that anymore. I'm just Dirky Dirk. Anyway, so what we're doing today is, this build should look really familiar. This has been my workhorse for ages, my raid workhorse, which, bing, lights from Mr. G, is alright. And I got a favor cab, so that is an addition. It's kind of hard to shove in cabs. There is a quantum in here, which was really skinny, so to shove in a burrito takes some skills, my friend. Takes some serious skills. So what are we doing today? We are doing something no one does. I'm sorry, but no one is doing this. And I know even in the perspective of YouTube not liking Crossout so much anymore, the demand is dying down. I am doing something really not in demand. Awakening! Does anybody ever do Awakening? Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. G! Yeah, man. Wish a really, really warm welcome to a really awesome, amazing guy. He's been incredible. He's a really good friend. Having some fun down there in wherever the hell he is. Former Yugoslavia. Oh my god, I haven't said that in a long time. Yugoslavia. Anyway, can we protect the thing? I doubt it. Why am I doing this anyway? And guys, do you ever play adventure mode? That's my question for you. While you're pondering that, I'll tell you why I do it. First of all, my life circumstances have given me a lot of free time, which is pretty unfortunate, believe it or not. So in my free time, I have done all my missions. I've done pretty much all of the weeklies too. And what does that give me? It gives me nothing to do in Crossout. Man, when I don't have missions, I'm seriously thinking about what else could I possibly do. And there's not a whole lot. I know Night Riders is coming, but I already have a hell of a lot of resources stockpiled, especially plastic and wires. Not going for the legendaries, but plastic and wires I've got in spades. And there's nothing else to do, but I do have a mission, a daily mission for the quote-unquote harder versions. Are they harder? No. No, it's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. The other thing is, I am seriously considering of going back into rapid-fire machine guns, because they're fun. Are they worth it up to the point of should you get 4 imps? No. I don't even think I'll get 1 imp. 1 imp is not bad. I'm not going to get it. It's just too much resources. Not worth the resources. That's the trick. Not worth the resources. However, fidgets are pretty damn good. We're not going to make this. It's got 1 minute left. But these guys have no weapons, so that is a good thing. It's a good sign. I think there's no weapons here. You have weapons. You. So, kind of my point is, I'm actually getting some casings because it still is much more cost effective to go for these epics. Yes, that is a rotten burrito. You know what I'm talking about, right, Diego? He knows what's up. He knows Taco Bell. He knows what a ripoff that is, what a cultural disgrace Taco Bell is. He totally gets that. You uncloak, thank you very much. You uncloak as well. We don't need that kind of stuff around. Thank you. We don't need your self-destructing. Nope. We're almost done. Oh my god, we're gonna make it. Technically it's a taco, although it is a soft shell. Taco is usually a hard shell, so if you really want to go into semantics, I can make a case that this is a burrito, being that that's a soft shell and that it's way overstuffed, much more than a taco would be. So I have a case for it being a burrito. Nonetheless, you did have my back, so thank you, sir. It's called taco in-game, but what do they really know? They're, you know... Hello, Russian friends! I didn't mean anything by what I was about to say. I didn't say anything. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going because it's a daily mission. I'm going for some casings. I already have, honestly, I already have the casings, but casings is an excuse. I'm still here. I still check out adventure mode because I firmly believe, I said firmly. But my other point is, besides all this other stuff, is that there's so much potential for adventure mode. The potential, guys. I hope you can see this with me. We know what that is, right? First of all, I love this concept. Ooh, there's a little side mission. So you've got these missions, you have side missions, right? And there's so much potential. Now the side missions are really boring and stupid. I shall demonstrate. This side mission is look around for these little boxes. Wee, that's hilarious. That's really fun. Come on, man. The whole point of side missions in other games, when it's done properly, is you can do many side missions at the same time. And that does actually make it worthwhile to be someplace, right? Remember, you need motivation to be somewhere and to do what you're doing. Getting a lot of these quests is one thing. So now I'm doing the most boring quest anyone could ever imagine. There's no enemies in this area. I'm just driving around trying to find these really hard to see crates up to the number of 5, which is not that much. However, there's only 5. I'm getting 5 out of 5 crates over a very large distance. So there's a lot going on here. I love this mechanic where now you can loot enemies that you kill. You can search for these trash piles. That's really cool. And I would love to see that in raids. However, when I'm picking up 2 copper... So yeah, so loots are pathetic. Loots could definitely make it more worthwhile. The reward of all these boring missions could be a lot more to make it worthwhile. There you go, I said it. The missions can be overlapping like they definitely should. The rewards of these, these side missions should be a whole... I mean, they're really... You'll see how much it is. I'm going to show you how much right now, how much it is. It's nothing. So I've done this mission. That got me 4 casings. For all that boring mess, I got 4. 4, count them, 4 casings. You need 100 to do anything, and I got 4 of them. So something definitely is amiss. So there's a lot of potential, that was what I'm saying. So first of all, fix what you have. I mean, it could be really cool. You have some different things. These trucks are really amazing looking. There's parts of the story that are really good. I love these plane cabins, these airplane cabins. So there's a lot of cool looking stuff. I'm protecting this guy, which, can I do it in hard mode? Yes. So while I'm doing this, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of. So we have all these different factions, and there's some that aren't really factions, like Vicky's gang. What the hell is that? Vicky is not really she's not really a scavenger, although she should be. So there's the vultures that are not really a faction that we have to play with. What the hell are these things? I think they could elaborate on that a bit more, and I'd love for us to be in the action. And here's what I'm thinking that seriously would be amazing. Now, this is World of Warcraft level stuff. What if we were able to choose our own factions, right? So in adventure mode, the factions have their own home bases, etc. Their home custom-made quests, in my fantasy anyway. So what do you get for that? So you're in your own faction, and what I seriously think would be amazing is if while you're in your faction, you choose a faction, because what you can do is you will grind, of course. Grind for something that only that faction will grind, and it's going to be CKs. So you can get CKs of different weapons, your favorite weapons, etc. that fit the faction. You can have a scavenger-esque kind of machine gun. You can have a lunatic-esque kind of cannon or something. I don't know. Something along that line. Which is a lot more fun. They gotta have CKs in this game. It just would make things a lot more fun. It's not like adventure mode will break the game if you don't play it. You don't have to play it. CKs are just for fun, which we need a lot more fun. So here's the other thing. While you're in a faction, not only are you grinding for different CKs, but you are now against the other factions. And part of the quests are, your quests are to mess up the other factions, get reputation in your faction, and make it harder for the other factions, quote unquote, maybe just story-wise, to function, and giving your faction an advantage or something. And while you're doing that, hopefully if this thing gets popular now, because it's actually fun and worthwhile to play, you'll be playing against people who chose against other factions. And that could be really amazing. CKs, if you choose a faction, are you able to use only faction items? No, I don't think so. I think still choose your own build, whatever you want. So this is done. I get 5 casings, 15 copper, scrap metal 15, which is nothing. I got nothing for that. And that was the hard version. That was a daily, so that was a daily challenge to do the hard version of that. And it got me nothing, but I'll still do it because I had nothing else to do. I have the time. It's kind of like World of Warcraft now, because there's different factions, but it's more than just 2. It's like 4. Hey, alright, someone, I'll see you later. It can be, for example, the 3 main factions, the 3 early factions. So you're stuck with lunatics, scavengers, or nomads until this thing gets some momentum. Maybe lunatics and fire starters are kind of in the same faction. They're kind of on the same team, but you can choose to be different. You can choose them based on different CKs that you want, so that can be kind of cool. And I think it would be amazing if now we're all in Awakenings, we're playing against other players who chose different factions, and now it's kind of like a PvP server in World of Warcraft. And that could be really fun. That could be really awesome. It also maybe encourages you to build better for Awakenings. I don't really know about that. I don't want it to be another Clan Wars where there's no PS limit cap and you're being punished for being a new player. That we'd have to work on. But think about it, guys. Awakenings has a lot of potential. I hope you can see that, and I hope we can talk about this and think about what we can do better. I don't know if Des will hear me, but I think it'd be fun just to think about different ways of making that work. So what do you say, guys? Let's talk about it. Happy birthday, Mr. G. I'll see you guys later. Ciao.
Don't drop that Dirky Dirk, hey, don't drop that Dirky